Welcome to School Matters. I'm Zamaya. We're here at the Center for Communications and Media Relations at Verona High School. I really like how collaborative and creative everything is here. Later in the show, we'll see how math and technology are a big part of sports. Take some two-wheel transportation to school and meet some Rubik's Cube masters go head-to-head. But first, we'll head over to Tucker High School for an event that's more than a fashion show. It's an international showcase.
It was the Culture Fashion Show, the second annual one. Dedicated to present the cultural clothes of students at Tucker. Our school is the most diverse school in Virginia, and so I wanted to give an opportunity for everyone to bring it to school, for them to feel like, although I have like another culture, as I am being American, this is still like an American thing to be. It's grown a lot. On stage last year we had like 30 people. This year we had almost 60 people on stage. When you organize this type of event, you do have to like reach out yourself sometimes. Some people were a bit hesitant to be on stage. They're like, I don't know if I should do that. Like, I'm not really okay with attention. But once they got on stage or once they went to the first rehearsal, you know, I could really tell that like they thought, wow, I can actually do this. This isn't something that's embarrassing. It's something to be proud of. Yes, everyone did get to choose their pose, but every group had 22 seconds to get on stage, pose, and then go off stage. And so it's really nice to see like the things that people come up with every single year. So the thing that my friend and I did, it was a meme all over like Chinese TikTok. With people taking selfies this year. People like bringing out drums, like with props and everything. So yeah, it's really nice to see what people come up with. And I don't like restricting anyone usually, so I just tell everyone, you can do whatever you want, just make it appropriate and we'll be fine. So this year I kind of wanted to also like include some like performative art. The dance I performed was called 栀子青绿, and that roughly translates to just this shade of green. And it's basically based on a painting. It's kind of like the Mona Lisa of China. And so this dance, it's telling you what the culture of China is like, as well as telling you what the natural beauty is like, because the painting is about like mountains and lakes. So for Arya and Armand, the duet dance, they performed a Bhangra dance, which is like a fun style of Indian dance. Devyani, she did the Bharatanatyam dance. And so that one was classical Indian dance. And she has been trained in it since a very young age. And then the last solo singing one, that was classical Indian like vocals. And Neetu, she also has been trained in the vocals for a really long time. Everyone like being like the transformation from like the first rehearsal to like where it was on the final day, that was definitely, I look back on the videos, I heard people, you know, screaming in the audience. I think it's just moments like that that were like very, oh wow, that's really cool. But I think there wasn't any specific parts. I think everything was just equally like amazing. Like everyone was just having fun. people can be different and people can have different cultures, and that doesn't make them any less of an American, and it doesn't make them any different from like who we go to school with.
Thank you to every single one of the 50 participants that participated in the show this year. You guys looked amazing. Y'all shone bright like diamonds.
That was pretty amazing. Calling that a fashion show would be an understatement. Up next, we'll head down the road to Tuckahoe Middle School, where Celeste has a report on a fun run with a special dedication.
Instead of using Saturday morning to sleep in, this crowd came to Tuckahoe Middle School ready for a fun 5K run that benefited the school's band program.
Let's go! Woo! Young runners, let's go!
Current students, former students, families, and friends joined in on the fun. Some ran for impressive times, some jogged at a leisure pace, while others just walked the course. The efforts may have varied, but they all shared the common goal of remembering a former Tuckahoe staff member. Kirk Jackson was a beloved band director who passed away in 2022. This amazing teacher not only loved music, he loved running too. What could be a more fitting tribute?
Mr. Jackson touched so many lives. He was here at Tuckahoe for 7 years, and we were so lucky to have him in our lives for the time we did.
Good morning, I'm Maureen Jackson. Kirk was an incredibly talented and passionate band director. One of Kirk's other passions was running. He did several 5Ks, 10Ks, and a half marathon. When he passed, I thought this race would be a wonderful way to honor him and raise money for the Tuckahoe Music Department.
The course for the run went around the school campus through neighboring streets in order to add up to a 3.1-mile goal. Some former students of Mr. Jackson, who are now on the track team at Freeman, delivered the best times. But for most of the crowd, the big win was participating in this special event.
Nice job, Celeste. This was the first Jogging for Jackson 5K. Hopefully the annual event will grow over the years. Over at the Academy at Virginia Randolph, students are looking ahead with a game that reflects reality.
We're now here at the final moment for the game of life. You all excited? Yes. Yes, yes, no baby show? I said, have y'all ever played the game of life? So, you know, the board game life. I said, let's put it in action and let's see. So basically what we did, every day the students came to school, they got $100, okay? So we were keeping a tally of every day they came to school, it's $100. If you came to school Monday through Friday, you got an additional $200, okay? So that's how they were able to make money, okay? Then after that, we gave them different bonuses. So this is the ending of the 9 weeks. So with that, whoever had A's and B's in marking period 3, they received an extra bonus of $500.
Now you got 3 options, ladies. Feel free to take your time with this. Right here, this is our cheapest option. We call that the thrift. You know what I'm saying? We get it from wherever we get it from. Don't worry about it though. We got it though. Last option is the most expensive option. We got $600 to buy the furniture, but we also gonna tax you for that $100 right there.
All right, I know you love the telephone. So you have AV on the roll? You have AV on the roll? Yeah. So look, because you have AV on the roll, your cell phone's only going to cost you $100.
You can buy the car and insurance because riding around we want to go with this. So we're going with $600 out the gate. Good, I like that. Come on, give me the money.
Today we kind of just played like a little live action of Game of Life. We kind of learned that sometimes life is not cheap and you can lose your money if you're not paying attention.
I feel like some stuff that was here that was a little pricey, it wouldn't be that pricey in real life. And then some stuff was extra cheap that wouldn't be that cheap. But overall, I feel like maybe that when you're going into, at a certain age, you should try to save up.
All right, everybody, so our 3 options are a $300 a month rooming house. Now remember, that is just a room. You'll be sharing a bathroom with strangers. You'll be sharing a kitchen with strangers. For $800 a month, a 2-bedroom, so you'll have a 1 larger bedroom, 1 smaller bedroom, and then same thing, living space, your own kitchen, refrigerator, bathroom, and washer dryer. So, decision time.
We would like to actually do this one, and we see that it's $400 a month per
Two of you. Perfect, yes.
You can buy the monthly cheapo food bundle based upon ramen and soda for $200. You can get fast food, but you are going to have to pay an additional $100 for the amount of sick that's going to make you. Or you can get good, high-quality grocery store food for $400.
You have to get a job, it's transportation. Is this professional clothing?
Yes.
Why is this good? Why is this professional clothing?
Because I look decent.
But what does that mean?
A job.
Okay.
So I want you to think about your resume. I want you to think about what you want to do as a job.
I would like to be Pace personal special event performer because I love to sing and perform in many of ways. One, it's better to be with a group, especially when you're younger. And two, it's better to have a plan of what you're going to do before you do it, because if you don't have a plan of what you're going to do before you do it, you're going to end up broke.
Benny, how much are the references?
I don't even know. I ain't got the money.
They're gonna pay me for the reference. I never heard of that.
All A's.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
I got a bonus from a teacher.
Okay.
I turned on my utility.
Just watching them, negotiate, and some of them came up with creative ways to make, hey, I need some more money. So they, that made them think, because again, the concept was, I don't have enough money to do what I want. What do I need to do to get it?
Is there a way I can make money?
Some more money?
Yes.
Well, what can you do?
I can act.
Okay. So we need a commercial.
Yes.
For this. We need a commercial for this. First of all, you guys tell me, what did you all learn? Life's not cheap.
Hold
on. Raise your hand up. If you what?
If you're smart with your money, you have a good life.
I think the key thing is, a lot of times as adults, we always tell our kids, or we tell the students, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that. And in our adult mind, it makes sense, because of course we don't want them to make the same mistakes we made. But cognitively, their brains are still not fully developed, and just doing something hands-on with them, where they actually physically have the money, like to watch that money leave their hand and watch the money to diminish, I think that made an impact. What did you learn? What did you learn?
Money go fast.
Money goes fast? Money goes fast? Yeah.
Earning money, paying for things like insurance, I think we'll all be playing that game pretty soon. When we come back, it's a look at transportation, improvisation, and dedication to solving a puzzle.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to School Matters. I'm Zamaya. So far in the program, we saw an international fashion show and a fun 5K. Now let's keep the activity going by heading over to Maybeury Elementary, where students start their day in a fun way.
right? And then immediate left.
Yep.
On the Tinkin, down to Avalon.
Left on Maybeury.
And left on Maybeury.
And then we're going to go into the bus loop and park right up next to it.
Try to stay to your right, because we'll be going on your left sometimes to get back in front of you, okay?
All right.
Me in the morning? I'm always running late. I would never have time to ride a bike. Good job, Mayberry. Up next, we have a story from Nevaeh, who will show us some students who really have their brains working overdrive.
The challenges were focused and the competition was elite as Henrico County Schools held the 12th annual Rubik's Cube tournament. Students from elementary and middle schools gathered to get the best time for solving the colorful and challenging puzzle. Now for me, solving a puzzle like this seems impossible, but in order to qualify for the individual competition, you need to solve a cube in 2 minutes or less. And for this crowd, seconds really count. You need to trigger the counter, pick up the cube, and go as quickly as you can. And then when you finish, remember to stop the clock.
You guys, we are at 3 minutes.
There was also the team competition where each group needs to solve 25 scrambled cubes. At the end of the night, the winners with the best times were recognized, including 2 different students who solved the puzzle in less than 20 seconds.
Special thanks to the Henrico Education Foundation, whose generous support has made this event possible. Now, if you thought the Rubik's Cube competition was out of the ordinary, wait until you see this one. It's called Time RVA.
Can you tell me what it is?
Time RVA was the event of the year. It's a durable skills tournament that highlights all the soft skills that students are needing to be life ready.
As you can see, they come in different shapes and sizes. This one is slightly bigger than this one.
Time RVA featured a lot of different competitions. One of them was called the Gauntlet. So the Gauntlet was 16 one-minute scenarios. For example, there was a Starbucks station. You arrive late to your job at Starbucks. You got to talk to the manager and tell them why.
Congratulations, you just won an Oscar.
Another scenario was you won an Oscar, but 20 seconds into your big speech, you find out that you actually did not win.
This is the name. We're so sorry. You actually did not get the Oscar.
One of the scenarios was the students had to walk the runway, and so they were judged on their confidence and, you know, just kind of their overall swagger, and so that was a really neat one.
Hi, welcome to the Tonight Show. How are you? Good.
You know, another scenario was there was a late night show.
She doesn't shut it.
There was a dog that a student had to get to a family to adopt.
How am I gonna throw people out when she can't catch the ball? Every single time I throw down the ball, she's not caught it at all. She's the reason we're literally losing this game right now. She doesn't even been hitting the ball either. Calm down, calm down. It's okay. We can't blame it on one team.
There were so many different scenarios that were real life applicable stations, and the students were all scored on their charisma, their problem solving, their eye contact, their tone and voice. So every student got a score on a map that had all 16 scenarios, and that was the Gauntlet.
Well, how'd it go? Good?
Some of the other games and scenarios were part of what we called the Hive. So you had Work the Room. So for 10 minutes, the students came into a space and had to shake hands, start conversations, hold on to conversations, and they were graded on their first impression. Did they leave a great first impression? Another scenario was called the Toast. This was a formal dining room setting where students had to show great etiquette. They were judged on holding conversations with other people at the table. Every child had to give a toast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Have you ever
Another competition was the Shark Tank, where students were split up into all different types of rooms, and students had to pitch a product.
You guys, and today I'm presenting you with my sports complex.
We split up our kids into 8 different career clusters, and we invited a bunch of people from the community within those careers to help judge the Shark Tank products.
I'm going to up the price to $60.
At our school, we have sports competitions. We have, math tournaments and Rubik's Cube tournaments. We have a lot of different tournaments that showcases kids' gifts and talents. But we did not have anything that showcased kids' gifts and talents if they were great at speaking. And so we developed this competition called Time RVA that focuses in on those soft skills, those durable skills. So we had 17 elementary schools that were participating from Henrico County, from Chesterfield, from Caroline County. We had over 50 high school students from Godwin and Glen Allen High School that participated. And then we had over 35 business partners volunteering their time, running stations, judging the students. It was an incredible community event.
Hello, my name is Waitress. My name is Sarah.
The kids gain so much from this experience that is going to carry them over and help them continue to be successful in middle school, high school, and then beyond, where they develop self-confidence. They developed, that tone and voice. And so I think this is just an overall incredible event that the students are going to gain a lot and help them thrive in the real world.
All right, and then judges will have to help them rotate, probably the first 2, then they'll get the bed. Hang on.
Not only were the elementary students amazing for competing in that event, I think the high school kids who helped deserve a big round of applause. I really thought those softball players were angry, but they were just acting. I heard they had to do that a couple dozen times. When we come back, we'll learn how math and science are a big part of sports.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to School Matters. I'm Zamaya. Earlier in the program, we saw students run a 5K and others hold a Rubik's Cube competition. Up next, we'll see how sports activity and math actually fit together. It's a program called STEAM in Sports. Check it out.
Oh man, he got some power on that one.
Physical education. Physics is one of the root words there, and there is so much science of movement in what we do relative to a sport-based model, and our skill acquisition can be improved by the data that's available, evaluating it with the technology that we already have. So STEAM in Sports is taking a look at data collection, taking a look at investigation, marrying it with our sport-based model in physical education.
Ready when you're ready.
2.6. You know what you're shooting for? 3 to 1.
Our SOLs in physical education do have motor skills acquisition, which include swinging and striking with long-handled implements. Ergo, we have a golf club, a tennis racket, and a baseball bat. And so those technologies are looking at swing planes, they're looking at hand movement. There are gyroscopes within the technology attached to the equipment, which then communicate with the iPad.
You can see how you're kind of coming up.
So this time try making your feet a little bit wider so you can see if you can get further than 53.
Basketball, the technology is very simple, where the technology is measuring makes and misses that then the students can evaluate where do I need to emphasize my areas of practice.
Go! Come on, go, go, go! Go!
So when we're working with the Blaze Pod technology, which is a device that lights up in a specific predetermined pattern that we program or the students can program, based on basic agility. And agility is defined as the ability to change direction without losing any speed.
All right, you got 981.
725.
Much better time, 939.
What's nice about the STEM in the Gym kit is that it is a scaffold from what the students have learned in 4th and 5th grade science about simple machines, levers, pulleys, and kinetic and potential energy. And so what they had learned in 4th grade allows us to use some of those activities in STEAM nights at elementary schools. Additionally, we have axle and wheel rotations, so they are revisiting what they learned about rotation and axles. So they're using basic concepts that then also translate to when they're standing up. Anytime we add technology to instruction, engagement increases many times over. And our students enjoy the opportunity to what they would call play, but they were absolutely engaged in learning new concepts.
That's it for School Matters. We'll end our show with some highlights from this year's Little Feat Meet. I'm Zamaya. Thanks for watching.
We now declare this 2023 Tuckahoe Middle officially open.